Today's market snippet of information entails a lot. Let's first start about TV. If you're watching TV today, you'll notice that there are some new commercials for real estate. The National Association of Realtors tells you that a realtor has more information for you than a real estate agent. So being in that class, you're seeing more and more and more advertising to let you know about today's market. So these commercials have been gone for a couple of years, and now when you sit down, you see them over and over again. What are they talking about? They're talking about market conditions. Well, that's a big, wide scope of information. So if you're currently looking at a house that's $100,000 or $200,000 or $250,000, you're probably still in bidding wars with other buyers who are looking for the same house. You could still have to do overbidding, give up your options of appraisal or inspections. Whereas you're climbing up the price point a little bit, things might change. So let's talk about how do we price a house as a realtor. So we look at comparables, we look at estimates of value, and even appraisals if they are current market appraisals. So when we're looking at comps, and that's what we talk about a lot, what can happen is if you're working off of, and let's use this as an example, a $200,000 house that sold for $240,000. If we're going to price your house doesn't automatically become a $240,000 house because one just sold for that. So when we're looking at comparables, we're really looking at features of a house, condition of a house. And your idea of condition may be different than the general public's idea of condition. So making sure your house is prepped as crisp and good as possible is super, super important. And that's what we're going to coach and counsel you on. So let's get into that conversation of if the house is priced and it's priced by the last comp and we're not taking into consideration all the features, all the things that it may have had that you don't have, or a condition change, that could cause the house to be overpriced. So it might not be what you want to hear. It might not be what you were hoping for, but pricing a house properly gets you that buyer, whether it's one buyer or multiple buyers. What you're seeing a lot and what we're seeing a lot is price reductions. So that's when maybe the seller has a little bit different price idea than the realtor has about what a house should be priced at, and then the general public comes in, then the other agents come in, and we find that we're not getting the offer that we want or high enough. Again, that might be due to not pricing for the appropriate market. So when you're out there looking, if you're a buyer and you see a house that's been on the market for a little bit of time, doesn't mean that there's something wrong with it. It could mean that either there's not as much demand in that price point, or that maybe the condition isn't exactly what the price is being portrayed at. So those are all good facts, all good information that we certainly can help you with if you have any questions out there. Thanks.